Alright, hey guys. Getting ready to do some ARCA here at Homestead. Getting ready to qualify. We're the number one car. Um, this is a 2400 strength of field, so not too big of a field, so we should be able to have a good race here. Getting ready to qualify. Let's see. Oh, Aaron sent me a message. That's nice. Ah, can't type. Alright. James is jacked up on Mountain Dew, so it's gonna be an entertaining race. That's for sure. Excuse me. We are running 12 to 1 steering ratio for qualifying, and then dial the brakes all the way back. All the way back. It'll help you in the race. So, but yeah, let's see what kind of lap we can put down. Put down a 33.428 in practice. So, it's a pretty solid lap. Some people like to cheese and they'll run like a low 3, so we'll see. But we'll try to put down a solid lap here. But around lap 1, go around the top, that's what I do. And then lap 2, you'll see what I do, and hopefully we can get a good lap in. It's very slick on new tires. Let's see, 591 is what Dylan hit. Alright, let's get this lap going, see what we can do. Pretty solid turns 1 and 2. I should just got back into the throttle when I did, but that's alright. This will be a good lap still. 4-4. Yeah, that's quite a bit. We're about a tenth and a half up on Dylan, so that's pretty solid. That's without cheesing too, so you can do a really good lap without cheesing at all. Yeah, I hit a 4.28, and the guys I saw that cheesed were hitting like a low 3. So I mean, you can still get a good starting spot. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3 cars are starting 1, 2, 3. I don't think anyone down here is gonna be able to out qualify us. Jimmy's, they're all having a good time. They're all having a good time. Um, don't forget for the race, we're gonna run 16 to 1, and I leave the offset where it is. I usually don't touch it. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna dial the brakes back in car too, just to 57%, just because it'll probably help. But I'll see. I'll see. This when I was running some laps, it was starting to build loose, so I don't know if it'll be necessary, but we'll see. But we should be starting on pole here, so that's pretty good. I'm just gonna try to start making some good laps. Try to stay in the lead. I am muted. Okay, I am. But yeah, I got about 27 seconds here. And we'll be gridding up. All but 3 people put in a qualifying time, so that's pretty solid. Let's see, Ryan's one of the ones who hasn't hit the button. We were waiting on Ryan here. There's always someone who's not gonna hit the button, but that's alright. Not much you can do about it. It's a good feature they added it had good intentions. So yeah, starting on pole, should be able to have a good race here. So yeah, like I said, 2.4K strength of field. And looks like we're gaining about 24 here in first place, it looks like. That's pretty solid. Trying to get my rating up some more, especially for Road to Pro. I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I have a small goal set in mind to get to like a 6,500 before Road to Pro, but I'm not going to stress about it if I don't make it there. It's no big deal, but I'm going to try, do some more races here and there and just get it up a little bit. But one thing I noticed is the higher you get, the harder it is to gain. You start gaining smaller and smaller amounts. But that's alright. And you start losing it quicker. But looks like, I can't tell what Dylan is. I can't read it. What his iRating is. The 4 something. So, he should have some good speed for us. My monitor I have up top, or what I'm using as a monitor, is a TV, and it's like the TV's like, I don't even know, probably 10 years old, 11, 12. It's an old TV, so it's really hard, it's hard to see the really small print. But I do my best. I can at least read what the SOF is.
Green flag, next time by. Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed.
So it's gonna be a second gear start. What is his paint scheme? Is that a Jeff Dunham paint? Oh my gosh, it is too. That's funny. That's funny. So, second gear start here. It's gonna be loose. So I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna try to keep my spot in the lead, really. But let's have a good race. Let's save our tires. Let's be consistent. 35 laps. We'll see how it goes.
Get ready, going green. Pace car's leaving. Green, green, green.
Dylan fell back quite a bit there. Ooh, I entered. Not used to the brakes in the ARCA car yet. They're a little stiffer than other vehicles like the truck. Gotta push them a little bit more. But I'm just gonna try to be smooth on my throttle. Just try to build a gap to these guys. Pulled out to about a second. I don't feel like I'm pushing my stuff at all, so just kind of running some laps. Feel like I'm taking it pretty easy. But they're gonna be racing here in a minute, so that'll help me pull away a little bit too. I always get paranoid that I'm gonna like kill my right front and then they're just gonna catch up and blow right by me, but with how I'm running, I think I should be fine. I'm not like sliding them at all. I have plenty of room, so there's no reason to slide them. Nick's catching up just a little bit, but he's kind of staying right with us. But I'm just gonna keep running how I'm running. Hopefully he'll burn his stuff up trying to get to us. But like I said, I'm taking it really easy, just trying to be super smooth. It is getting loose. You can feel it. But it feels good. The car feels good right now. So that is a good thing. So 10 laps in already. The race is going quick. But you kind of just want to stick to that first seam up from the bottom. It's where the car likes to be the most. Just do your best to just stay around it. And just be smooth, don't turn the wheel too much. Don't get on the gas too hard. Turn 3 is a little odd shaped compared to turn 1, so it's a little harder to hit that line. guess I'm gonna go back like 4 clicks on the brake bias. I don't remember what increments the ARCA car dials it back under, but some cars do it like 1/4%, some cars do like 0.5%. But you should be good to probably put it all the way back. It's not something you'll really feel instantly when you do it, but it does help on the long run. Looks like Nick made a mistake. He lost 3/10 on us. I entered a little bit high there. So we got about 20 laps to go here. Oh, some people wrecked. See some blue names that distracted me. I guess we're gonna run this lane.
I dodged a bullet.
We got one guy staying down there. There we go. Hit that corner good this lap. We got 2 seconds on Nick now. Oh gosh. Overcooked it just a little bit there. It's alright. That is alright. So even if you're like around traffic and stuff, I know this isn't the best teacher for racing around traffic, but a good tip is to just kind of run the same. Like ARCA is very important. It's very important to like save your tires and manage your stuff. So like the line I was running, in like the pace, I probably am not much off pace of what I would be doing in the race, but the stronger field you have, or if there's people closer to your skill, they might pass you early on. And if they do, try not to worry about it. Now, I'm not saying let the whole field by, but it's okay to let 1, 2, maybe 3 cars by if they're like, if you notice that they are like ready to go. They're like, I want to win this lap 1. Like if you see that, just let them by. They'll burn their stuff off. And if you just keep running your consistent lines and stuff, and being easy on your throttle, easy on your right front, and just keep up a steady pace, you will draw them back in. So it's kind of like a reverse, like the way we've pulled from Nick is kind of how that works. So like Nick, he got up into second and he was gaining a tenth, maybe a tenth or two on us, just a little bit, like just for a couple laps. See, he was pushing, and now by me just not like changing anything, if he was in front of me, I would have caught back up to him and passed him again probably. So it's just, you gotta, ARCA on these big tracks is all about just saving your stuff. But don't save, it's hard because you gotta learn not to save too much, which you will. If someone's pulling out way too far, you can try to catch up to them, but you just want to remember to just take care of your stuff so you can, it'll help you gain spots in the long run. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about saving and then a caution coming out, because there is no cautions. So you have a guarantee green race that you can practice just saving your stuff and trying to catch back up to whoever's in front of you. And if someone's like right on your tail, just keep running your same pace. If they're right on your tail and they're pushing, they're taking weird lines, they will not be able to keep up with you if you just keep running your same steady, quick pace. But yeah, ARCA, these 1.5 miles and bigger is definitely a tire saving game. And it's just whoever has the best pace mixed with the best tire saving ability. And that is another reason why 16:1 steering ratio is important. Because like, yeah, you could run like a 14:1 if you know how to not turn as much. But with 14:1, you end up turning like the wheel the same degrees as like 16:1, and you're burning up your tires more, because by turning it the same amount, it turns your wheels further, which isn't necessary. So that's why I run 16:1. I turn the wheel as little as possible, and it turns my tires as little as possible, so it doesn't slide the right front as much. Like, I haven't slid the right front that much at all this run. Just kind of ease it into the corner. Slid the right rear a couple times as it gets loose, but it feels really good, honestly. But we're getting close to the end of the race here. Dylan looks like he's catching back up to Nick. So Dylan fell back on lap 1, and he was probably saving a little bit. So now he's been able to pass people, and now he's catching up to Nick decently. He's about half a second back. I don't know if we'll run into lap traffic here. We might. We're catching Jeffrey pretty quick. But it looks like Jeffrey's running the top. Oh yeah, Dylan and Nick are getting really close now. They're gonna have themselves a good little battle here towards the end. A good thing to do if you want to get better at ARCA, just since these races aren't too terribly long, just run in, get into a practice session and just run 35 consecutive laps and try to work on this line and see what your tires are. And that'll tell you what you need to change. If your right front's worn too much, like if it's worn excessively more than the right rear, then you need to change how you're entering the corner. And if your right rear is worn like way too much, then you need to change how you're getting back on the throttle. But depending on how the setup is, there's going to be some difference in the right or the front versus the rear, just by nature of how the setup is. But if you see a huge gap, you're doing something, you need to tone it back just a little bit. And another good thing is just watch as many people as you can, see how they run. And that's how I learn best, is watching someone run a lap and then trying what they do and see how it works for me. That's the best tool in my opinion, is to visually just see what they're doing and how you can listen to how they're getting on the throttle and stuff. But as I overcook this corner, I'm glad I was able to fill the conversation some. I didn't want to just sit in silence, so I need to work on talking and racing more. So that's why I went off on that little tangent about tire saving and stuff. I probably repeated myself a bunch, but 2 to go here. We're 4 seconds ahead of the guys behind us, who are having a pretty good battle, it looks like. They're about 2/10 from each other. Don't know if Dylan will be able to get to him. Oh, they're side by side now, just about. We'll have to go back and watch the last couple laps, see how it goes. You're coming to the white flag. Led flag to flag. We're not going to catch any lap traffic. Perfect race. Well, I shouldn't say that yet. It's never over till it's over, but with everything I can control, it's been a perfect race. Well, I shouldn't say perfect, but it's been a very good race. That was pretty good. So, sweet. Sweet. Okay, burnout time. I love me some burnouts. James is all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That was nice of Dylan. He got second too. We'll have to go back and watch that finish. Oh gosh.
The race is over.
Cool. I like to do excessively long burnouts. They're very fun for me. I don't know why. It's hard not to like burnouts. I mean, you just get to throw the car around and just make a lot of smoke. It's cool. It's very cool. It's like you're just drifting it around on a little skid pad. But anyways, that was a good race. It's clean, no drama. It's probably a little boring. That's why I tried to fill in the conversation there. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. I'm just trying to help some people. I don't know everything, but I'll try to teach what I know to the best of my ability. But yeah, so we were 4.3 up. Oh, Nick fell, but he must have hit the wall. Let's go watch, or he was just building really tight. Let's watch this final last lap battle. So I want to see, we're going to watch Dylan's view. So Dylan has reeled him in from quite a ways back. Well, let's see. I want to see first. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. I want to see what happened to him on the start here. So I think the bottom lane just was able to get by him. Did I hear a tire? No, it was a pretty clean start behind us too. But so he's back to fourth right now. Stuck on the outside. Let's see. So he sends it in on the top. The 5 is gonna. Oh, he gets loose. He got really loose there. So that's what happened. Is he loses a couple spots. So he's back to 6 right now. So he works on the bottom, which is good that he works on the bottom, because that 10 car up there is just he's hurting his tires more being up on the top. So he makes a pretty impressive drive back up here, really. Oh, didn't even know that happened. So who's this? So Elliot Veyron, the 5, sends it inside of Jimmy. No, not Jimmy John. Sends it inside of Jimmy. Here, sends it way in. I mean, he sent it in far, but I think Jimmy was expecting him to be on the bottom, and that's not usually not how people run Homestead, so unfortunately that was the outcome, but it looks like Jimmy saved it. Yeah, Jimmy saved it. Where'd Jimmy finish? 7th, so that's not bad. So Dylan's up to 4th, so we're gonna go back to this battle here. Just a couple laps. So he's caught up to him at this point. This is with about 3 to go. Now it looks like Nick got in the throttle a little bit early there. Dylan got a little bit loose. So yeah, Nick, you can tell, is getting tight. He's either getting in the throttle too early. Oh, that was close. Looks like he's just getting in the throttle too early and it's starting to get tight, then loose off. And Dylan just gets a nice little run on the outside. He's gonna run the top. Nick fights back on the bottom. And Dylan pulls away here. And let's go back to Nick. Let's see what happens here for him to lose a second. It's like, oh, okay, he just gets loose. So he got loose here coming out of 2 on the final lap. He was pushing. But yeah, that was a solid race. That was a good race. We're gonna look. We already know pretty much everything, but I want to see what everyone else gained and whatnot. So yeah, 20. Oh, look at that, a 24-24 strength of field. We gained 24 I rating, so that's pretty good. Led all 35. Had the fastest lap, so that's good. So yeah, Dylan was a 4.9, so that's, I couldn't read it, so he's almost a 5K, so he made it back pretty good. Nick, he had pretty good pace. So yeah, Jimmy lost 7, so that sucks for Jimmy. And yeah, these two guys were out on the first lap, first couple, or they got, no, well, never mind, I don't know. I don't remember when. No, Jeffrey, the 16 car, he's from Michigan. That's cool. We got another Michigan guy. Who's this? George. George is from Michigan. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Got a couple Michigan guys in the field. But yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Um, I know it wasn't the most entertaining race, but I'll probably do a couple more ARCA races, and if I do another one and it's more entertaining, I'll record it. I'll make sure to record it before, and then if it's more entertaining, I might upload another one. So there might be duplicate ARCA races this week, which I don't think people mind. People tend to like ARCA, so yeah. Um, Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.